What if you could run your entire Etsy shop without touching a single listing manually? No more uploading one by one. No more writing titles to make it SEO optimized. No more guessing tags, which ones will work. I built a system using make.com and ChatGPT that automates the whole entire process. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. My name is Matthew and I help Etsy sellers automate their shops using AI and automation tools like make.com, Google Sheets, and SEMrush. Fully optimized, uploaded listings without you lifting a single finger, even the pinky. Like, don't even need to lift it. So in this video, I'm walking you through how the system works, what tools I used, and how you can basically apply this to your own shop or clients. Now, if you sell on Etsy, you already know the pain of manually uploading images and your listings. So I built this automation. This automation is a system that takes a simple product list in a Google Sheet and pushes it into Etsy fully optimized and ready to list the product. So here's how it works. You have a Google Sheets for the product list, which will search the sheets. And the first thing it does is it will send information to go and collect the SEO descriptions, titles, and the tags. I mean, for different businesses, it could be just those three that you want. However, the SEMrush API is built in another automation system within Make to get the competitors' data so that the SEO can actually be very well optimized and use information to help your store rank higher and give better pricing. And all of this is done with make.com. Straightforward, plug and play. There's different logics involved, but generally no code. So basically, the overall idea is that as an Etsy seller, you fill in the basic product details and the system handles the descriptions generated by AI, all from SEMrush, SEO optimized. Let me actually go to my Etsy store too. Okay, good. Great. So let's open our sheet, listing sheet. Here's the sheet. So, all right, let me show a live example. So this is the control sheet. This is where you put all your information and then it triggers and sends it off to, this is the control sheet that tells this what to do basically. And then your result would be in Etsy. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you put in the product name and a brief description of what the product is. It's a candle, it's 100% natural wax, it's 8-ounce candle burn, 80Z. Mate, I don't even know what that's about. I actually should, but it's the lasting length of a candle or something anyway. Sorry, it's not the lasting length. That's a shocker, boy. Hey, you guys, I don't do candles, so don't look at me two ways, please. But yeah, let's run through an example. So after you've put your images in a folder and you've labeled that folder the same name as the product name or title of your Etsy product or service, you put the name here. You can then write your brief description of what you want the product to be described as and other details you may want in the product description. So we know what AI and SEMrush can search through to get the right SEO titles and tags for you. Then you put a price, you put the price without the currency sign. Remember your percentages, whatever percentage it is, use that. Then your quantity. So once that's all done and we're happy with everything, we're going to go to the drafts as well. Changed it to drafts, so we're going to leave that and go to the drafts so that we have an extra layer of revision before we list our products. So without further ado, collect our images. Let me just make sure that this is running. No, it's not. There we go. We'll delete all data. Save. And yeah, so collect images. This now, when it does collect images, it goes from this route and then it collects the images. And then that's when it comes back into the sheets and gives us the information that we just collected. So next we want to get the tags set, which is the tags, everything in yellow, and the final description. So we're going to do that now. Click get tags. As we get the tags, it will go through this, get the different routes, and then bring it back into our scenario. Great. Now, as you've seen, our tags, our title, our final description, we can say, okay, cool, everything else here, I mean, like I said, this is not important, because if your product was a downloadable product, you wouldn't need any of this. The same as the shipping profile ID. If you have a downloadable product, you don't need a shipping ID. However, if you do want to put that in, you can also put that in once your product has gone to the drafts, or you can put it in here, either way. And then what we can do, now that we're happy with everything, we can then look in our, just to show you that there's nothing here in my drafts, it's empty, refresh, empty, and then we're going to deliverables. Now once I click approve go, it should then follow this route down here. Then it would first list the product, upload the images to that same listing, and then it would then determine whether it is active or in drafts, but it's going to be in drafts. And then it brings everything back to our sheet where it will say listed, and then sends the information to another sheet, which is your updating sheet. And that sheet you do not need to touch. It will update the date it was created, and it would also give you a due date for the renewal 3 months time from now. That sheet will also notify you 2 weeks before that you have a listing due for renewal soon, so you can act on that. So best thing to do is always send it to your drafts and then list it from there. Either way, you're saving a lot of time already, so don't feel like you have to get things there fast. With Etsy, it's not even about having the most products on Etsy. It's about consistently uploading, consistently putting a product on your store so that people can come to your store and see new things consistently. With that being said, let us another thing I want to say is that in some sheets, or in one of my clients, I changed this to variations, and what it then did was, when they upload their products and their images, they put the variations that they have. So it could be the same product but different color, and what that does is allows them to clone that listing so that they don't have to write it all out again, and it takes that information and creates a new listing with that variation with the same information of that product. I hope that makes sense. And how I do this is I give them another few buttons or few slots to decide whether they want to duplicate the listing or not before they send it off as well. So yeah, let's send this off to get listed. Once we change this to approve go, it should come back with listed, and the fields here should be filled out with your listing ID. Perfect. As you see, listed. Now, okay, so this product has got a shipping ID, so shipping ID has come in, date created has come in, and I am sure that it has also gone to its update sheet. Now, let's look into our store. As you can see, there's nothing there yet. As we refresh, okay, drafts, and there's our listing, there's our product. The vanilla bean amber soul candle in a glass jar. By the way, I didn't actually put in the actual image of that product, as it's not actually my product. I don't have Etsy products. But the two images that you can see, there's two URLs that are separated by a comma and a space. That's another thing to talk about in the whole setup. Not just modules, it's also logic and functions within each module. For example, this is a split. You get those tags, but it has to be split because it needs to be fed into another module that doesn't take them as one but takes them separately, and so on and so on. So there's a lot that goes into it, but it saves you so much time, so much hassle, so much effort. For example, who is this for? I've used this system for multiple Etsy sellers, and what they've told me is that it saves them 6 to 10 hours a week. It's improved their SEO ranking and productivity. Their product visibility has increased quite a lot. They have more time to focus on the creative work, which has been my biggest goal, and reduce time on admin work, which is great. So I'd say that this is for Etsy sellers who just want to scale without burnout. Admin work is a lot of work because it's not work that we enjoy. So it's basically burning out to make sure that we can keep creating. agencies managing multiple clients, you want to be able to do this easily for clients because it takes up a lot of time. Whether you are doing it yourself or just writing the SEO, it takes up a lot of time. And virtual assistants are another really key client for me because I started off on Upwork and Fiverr, and honestly, that's a great place to work with people. And I know that a lot of people enjoy being virtual assistants because it's kind of like you get a lot of free time. It's a hustle that you know that works for you. And I think if this could also save you so much time as a virtual assistant to do this for a client, you can get paid well and you have so much time on your hands. So I mean, it really does fit a wide variety of people and clients. So I mean, yeah, if you want a done for you version of this system, I offer a build out service where I automate your shop in 5 to 10 days. Everything from listing to SEO. Now, you can watch the demo or book a free call using a link that I will probably put below or probably on my website. And if you're tech savvy and you're a seller or a VA, subscribe, and I'm going to be sharing a full breakdown of each part of the system in the coming weeks, to be honest, because I really want people to be able to use this and learn more about Make and automation. Like, you can do so much with automation. I've been able to automate delivery process of the files that people would need to be able to do this, like to actually set it up and to start for themselves, or have a done for you system where you just get the pre-forms and then you fill that out and it's all done for you already. It really does help you save so much time and let you do a lot for yourself. If you are interested, shoot me a message, comment. I'd say subscribe because I am going to try and post more of these and other scenarios that I've created, like the automate delivery process. I use GHL as well, so that's a very good combination of things where sometimes I don't really want to build out a whole scenario. I can just get a web, send it there, the contact is updated and so on. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hope this helps. I hope you take in what you need and you stay creative because nobody wants to burn out in the admin process.